Hi everyone, it's Roger here from What's on DisneyPlus.com. A quick news update for you guys on a load of ESPN news. But before we go any further, make sure you do hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest Disney Plus news. So yesterday, Disney released its latest quarterly financial results, and there was a ton of new information about ESPN because they're going to be launching a brand new streaming service on the 21st of August. So that was the official confirmation. So this is a direct-to-consumer version of ESPN. So it's going to have all the content that you'll find on the cable channels. So this is an all-new streaming service. It's going to incorporate everything in there. So if you don't have cable, you're then going to be able to access all the sports through that. And so with that, there was a lot of other announcements that went alongside it. So this new streaming service is going to be priced at $29.99 per month. And this one's, if you do have cable already and you already have the sports packages, you are going to end up getting access to this app. So it's kind of already included in the bundle. Because they're trying to kind of obviously keep people engaged with cable. So if you already have cable, you're going to be able to get access to this app. But if you don't have cable, you're going to be able to subscribe to it. Now, there are a couple of other interesting things here. There are going to be like two tiers. There's going to be like an unlimited package, which has all the content, and like a select package. However, it's kind of a little bit confusing because the select package is essentially ESPN Plus. If you're going to be on ESPN Plus, that's what you get moved over. There is going to be a special bundle where you can get Hulu, Disney Plus, and also this new version of ESPN. Going to be priced at around $30 a month, and that's a special offer for existing customers. So they're kind of, again, trying to keep people locked in. So this brand new streaming service is definitely something that Disney are going all in on. They know that people are leaving cable and are not interested in cable in the same way they were, and this is the big step to kind of offer it to everyone. Now, there has been a lot of announcements to go alongside it. They announced that they have officially confirmed they're going to be bringing in the NFL as part of the NFL media. So that's the Red Zone and the NFL Network. That's going to be being brought into ESPN as part of the deal. The NFL will get 10% stake in ESPN. So go alongside that, there was other new deals where they've extended the NFL draft. They're going to get access to that. They're going to be merging the NFL Fantasy League thing with the ESPN version. Some of the NFL football games are going to be coming over. Lots more access to NFL content. Some of that NFL content will also be streaming on Disney Plus. So that's a big thing. I suspect that, again, will just be in the United States because globally there's already an existing contract in place currently with DAZN. I think like it's a 10-year deal for the international rights. They're going to even start bundling in the NFL Network and Game Pass with ESPN. There's going to be lots and lots of movement. Now, alongside that, and this was something I was definitely not expecting, was they announced that they have got access now in the United States to the WWE Premium Live event. So they're going to be moving from Peacock over to ESPN in 2026. So that will include the Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Money in the Bank, Wrestlemania, and other premium live events. Doesn't look like it includes the NXT shows that they kind of put on, which I always quite like because they always tend to be a little bit early in the day, so I can watch them here in the UK live. But this is a big move because everyone's kind of been used to watching it on Peacock. I'll be honest, I thought it was going to go to Netflix because of the new deal and the fact that here in the UK, all the WWE shows are on Netflix. So that was a big step, I think. No one really was expecting it. There was a lot of confusion about the WWE Premium Live events of what people were thinking, what they might need, what they might not need. Because if you're looking at it going, I'm going to have to pay $30 for this subscription service, which is a lot more expensive than Peacock. But again, if you have cable, you will have access to the ESPN app through that platform when it all kind of works itself out. So if you already have cable, you're going to have access. But these are going to be shown on the ESPN channel and also on this new ESPN streaming service, all of which will be available within Disney Plus, a little bit like Hulu on Disney Plus and ESPN Plus on Disney Plus. So you're going to be able to access Wrestlemania and so on through there. But again, you're going to need to have this brand new ESPN streaming service sort of bundle. Very complicated. I do think generally Disney there was a lot of information coming out yesterday, not just with regard to this, but also with the merger of Disney Plus and Hulu. A lot of information coming out, and I don't think some of it was very clear. There was a lot of miscommunication, especially amongst wrestling fans, about what they're going to need to have, what streaming service. I think the fact that this new ESPN streaming service doesn't necessarily have an ESPN Plus, and people not knowing the difference, and there's just a lot of weirdness with this app. But again, so there's going to be a lot of now WWE live events are going to be through there. Of course, Raw is still going to be on Netflix. SmackDown will be on USA Network. The next day will be on Peacock. I think CW has NXT. It's all a little bit messy, a lot of questions and stuff, but for next year, ESPN is going to be the home of all those premium live events. WWE was pretty much going on all of the different shows talking about it and how they aim to make those shows even bigger. Lots of talk about turning them into 2-day events and stuff as well. So who knows? But yeah, so as a WWE fan, and I have been a fan since I was knee-high to a grasshopper, you know, this is maybe a good thing, but I do think a lot of people are upset the fact they're going to have a different streaming service or might have to pay more money for it. There was also a lot of confusion of people thinking it was going to be a bit like the UFC deal, where they were going to have to pay per, like, go back to the days of pay-per-view. That's not. It's included in that bundle, but hopefully it comes a little bit clearer and things will be ironed out by the time all this launches. People will be a bit more used to it. But yeah, so big news. Definitely wasn't expecting WWE to be joining in the fray. Yeah, and again, all the NFL content coming in there. They're doing other deals. But yeah, so ESPN is definitely going to become a massive thing. And again, most of the stuff was about the US launch. Hopefully internationally we also get to see some of this content as well. Still question marks of what's going to happen, but who knows? It's all change. But yeah, so definitely get used to start seeing a lot more content from the sports networks within Disney Plus, and they are really pushing it. That's going to be the hub. There's going to be the ESPN hub on Disney Plus, but also you'd be able to access it through the ESPN app. They're going to be updating that. So I think they're trying to simplify it, but we're kind of in this awkward stage of, I still think having ESPN Plus, I think they would be better off they should have just merged it and just dealt with it and just have a single platform. But nevertheless, Disney does what they do. But let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. Go check us out over at whatsondisneyplus.com. Like, follow, and subscribe, and I shall see you guys soon. Laters.